Greetings and welcome to another episode of Ask the Architect, the technical how-to series where we discuss Teradici products, components, solutions, and deployment. Today we're going to talk with you about the CAS Manager broker and the process we use to back up and restore the broker in the event of an outage. Here is today's brief agenda. After introductions, we'll talk about the objective of the video and discuss what brought us to this point. Afterwards, we'll go over the pond to Germany, where solution architect Michael Gross will review the steps and effort involved with performing the backup and restore. Let's get started. As promised, I'm your host, Sean Corey. I'm a senior solution architect with over 20 years of VDI EUC experience as an engineer, consultant, and architect. I've been with Teradici for a little over 2 years, and I'm based in Chicago, USA. My co-pilot today is solution architect Michael Gross. Michael is a veteran engineer, integrator, and architect with almost 10 years of VDI experience. He has deployed solutions for Audi, Saab, and BP, and loves a good protocol debate, as well as a good plate of barbecue. Michael is based in Munich, Germany. So what is the purpose of today's session? Well, it's simple. Michael's going to show us how to back up and restore a local CAS-M broker. Until 2021, we never needed to know how to do this since CAS Manager as a Service, the broker formerly known as CAM, was managed by Teradici in the cloud. Now that many of our enterprise customers are consuming the broker on-prem, we need to understand how that's accomplished. If you're new to Teradici, let's quickly explore how we got here. Prior to 2021, Teradici customers who deployed Cloud Access software leveraged our Cloud Access broker known as Cloud Access Manager or CAM. This highly available cloud-based broker is the nerve center where organizations manage deployments, cloud access connectors, and workstation assignments. Whether your remote desktops are physical or virtual, on-prem or in the cloud, CAS-M provides customers with a flexible broker solution that can be deployed in a variety of ways. Fast forward to 2021. As business requirements evolve and more enterprise customers require features like monitoring, MFA, and provisioning, more customers are opting for the on-prem broker, which you can see highlighted here. Unlike the SaaS-based broker, CAS-M is located in the same geo as the CAS connector. The on-prem broker, which runs on RHEL 8 and Rocky Linux 8.4, requires 4 vCPU, 8 gigs of RAM, and needs 60 gigs of mounted storage. By default, CAS-M installation includes 2 subcomponents, a MongoDB and HashiCorp Vault containers, highlighted here. But I don't want to rush too far ahead and steal Michael's thunder. So without any further delay, let me throw it over to Michael for the walkthrough. Michael, take it away.
So let's get straight into the technical part of the video. In my screen sharing, you can currently see on top an already existing CAS Manager that contains a configuration. In the middle part, we can see a CAS Manager where we're going to restore our configuration into. And at the bottom, you see a little browser window where we're going to have our admin guide. And we have 2 admin consoles open. The first admin console is from the CAS Manager that already contains a configuration, clearly visible because we have users in here, we have a workstation, and we have a configured and healthy connector. In the other admin console, we are currently sitting in the unlocking the admin console window, which is an indicator that there is currently no configuration available. So the first step would be to simply back up the configuration. For this, we copy the command and paste it into the first CAS Manager. This takes a little while, and once this is finished, we can see that the backup file is now stored in opt Teradici CAS-M backups, and the key file is located in opt teradicicasm.private. Second step, we scroll a little bit down, and then we're going to start copying and moving the files out of the current directories and putting them into the home directory. So for this, run sudo mv opt teradicicasm backups, and then I'm just going to tab through so I can find my archive. And to make the copying and the writing process a little bit easier, I'm going to rename it to backup.tar. After this, I'm going to change the owner of the file, and I'm going to make myself the owner. And I'm here simply following the instructions of the admin guide. Once we've done this with the backup archive, we can do this with the key file. So sudo cp opt teradicicasm.private, and in here we have the backup.key file. We're simply going to copy it into the home directory again. We also have to change the owner of this file again, so we're just going to repeat the command, change owner, Michael, .key. Perfect. Step now is we go into our new CAS Manager, and we're going to use the tool SCP to copy files from our first CAS Manager to the second one. And for this, I'm going to copy the IP address of the first CAS Manager, put it in my clipboard, and then I'm going to scroll down to see the actual command. So it's sudo scp. Now I'm going to connect to the machine, Michael, at the IP address. And I'm going to follow the syntax again of the admin guide. Backup.key, and don't forget the little dot at the end. I'm just going to authenticate myself, and the backup.key file is copied over. And now we're going to do the same for the tar file. We're just going to swap out the file ending and my password again, and both files are now copied. We can review this. Backup.key, backup.tar are now both in my home directory. Then next step now is to run the restore command, and we can simply scroll down and start writing sudo usr local bin CAS Manager. Then we use the restore function, and we're going to type --archive. Now we're just going to specify backup.tar because we're in the same directory already, and also --key. And then we're going to specify backup.key for the key file. We're quickly going to check if this is everything we need to write. That looks good. And now just going to press enter, and we can see the restore happening. This also just takes a little while. And once this is run, it takes a couple seconds for the new CAS Manager to get all in, back in sync with the new configuration. So if we're going to switch back into the admin console, I'll make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to press the refresh button, and you can see configuration is already there. I'm past the unlock the admin console screen, and now I have my connector here that is all up and healthy. I have my workstation here, and I also have my users. The same configuration as the other CAS Manager, which session is currently expired, but we can verify this if I just log in again. We have the connector, we have the workstation, and we have the users. I really hope you found this session helpful, and make sure to watch the other videos. Thank you. Bye-bye.